It's not a third world country or an apocalyptic wasteland, and it's not the city landfill. This is Oklahoma City, but a version most people don't see.
For many, this is home on a dead-end street in the city. Tents, blankets, just enough, and somewhere never too far away to get help.
Street after street, rows of homeless camps, and more could be showing up at any moment. Are you from Oklahoma?
I'm born and raised here.
Where are you from? Are you from Oklahoma?
No, I'm from Mississippi.
Where are you from?
From Texas.
I'm from Nebraska.
Mobile, Alabama.
Oklahoma City. Oklahoma City.
Grown up here or
Well,
here from out of state?
northern Oklahoma.
Where did you live prior to becoming homeless? Minnesota.
And they migrating here to try to get a better life, to establish something in life for their kids and stuff.
Jerry Bainley says he moved to the Sooner State to turn his life around for himself and his 16 kids.
I'm staying here at the rescue mission to get myself together so I can move on in life and then do something productive.
He says Oklahoma's services for the homeless and its business development are attracting more people just like him.
Oklahoma got businesses because people talking to people on phones and relating messages, and so now they coming here.
Others claim many are coming from other states.
People in LA County, the government or whatever, bought anybody that wanted a ticket to Oklahoma City and gave them $50 because they said they treat the homeless well out here.
And from neighboring counties.
The surrounding counties of Oklahoma City are sending them here because they don't want to deal with them.
We went to the Greyhound bus station where a bus driver who didn't want to be identified or on camera told us it happens all the time. She says the homeless pack everything they can on their back to come and live here.
I just got off the bus.
Ran across a lot of females and males that's coming from out of state, and they be down at the bus terminal and they be confused. They don't know where to go.
They come here because they've been paid to come here. They were promised things when they get here, and they don't get it. I mean, but they're walking around here stealing.
Sarah Sanchez lives just west of downtown. She says the homeless population has only grown over the past 15 years, leaving lasting damage behind.
We just went through a rough year last year. It was pathetic. It was heartbreaking to see my neighborhood destroyed, but it is literally destroyed.
Tents, grocery carts, and trash surrounding the streets. Sanchez isn't far from the Jesus House, where the homeless go every day for food.
If they do MAPS 4 to help the homeless, help them home, please. Not here, or somewhere else. Not here.
MAPS 4 was approved by city voters in December. It will provide $50 million to reduce and possibly eliminate homelessness in the city.
We were hearing more and more people may be coming to Oklahoma City. We have great services for the homeless, possibly from out of state. Have you heard that?
Well, I've heard it. And so last year we specifically looked into that when we did the survey. What you do find is about 75% of people actually are from Oklahoma, at least the people we surveyed. I think it was 75–80%. About between 50 and 60 are from Oklahoma City, but most of them are all from Oklahoma.
Jared Shaded works with the Community Development Division for the city of Oklahoma City. He says MAPS 4 will bring in better programs for the homeless as well as more affordable housing. The City Rescue Mission says about 7% of Oklahoma City's homeless population is from out of state. And while the city says the out-of-state numbers or those coming from neighboring counties aren't increasing, there is a good reason for people to migrate here.
Say if you have a shelter up in Guyman, but you need to get assistance, SSI assistance, then you may have to drive 3 hours. In Oklahoma City, you don't have to do that. So it makes more sense for some people just to get a bus ticket and come here and try to see if they can get it here.
Whether it's the services, location, or business opportunities.
You can see the change. And people coming here for the job. Oklahoma got jobs, but they need manpower. And other places don't have the manpower because the unemployment rate is high and ain't no jobs.
It appears more people are ending up here to stay.
We're moving on up, to this. So basically, I hear there's like pretty good chance that I could get a place of my own here pretty quick.
These are images you may recognize. Tents and camps formed into one big neighborhood for the homeless. But we're learning it's not a place they can stay for long.
We were just out here a week ago, and now everything's gone. What happened?
The police and the Coalition for the Homeless. They come in and they closed everything down. They made us all take what we could carry, and then the rest of it they threw in the dumpsters.
A homeless outreach team made up of Oklahoma City police officers hit the streets every day, talking to the homeless, asking about their needs and if their home is somewhere it shouldn't be.
There's no law against being homeless, but there are laws against building structures on public property, city property, even other people's private property. So that's where you really run into an issue with it.
Here's a camp on South McKinley Avenue, also known as Dead End Street. And here it is now. The cleanup at the end of January costing $4,000, including this location on West Sheridan Avenue, just down from the Jesus House, now spotless. The city says both locations have been cleared out more than once. According to documents, nearly $9,800 was spent to clean them both in October. And this location on South Agnew near the stockyards, costing $17,000. Only for the homeless to move right back in. The money for all of this coming from the city's general fund.
It comes from the city, from the taxpayers.
Police say on average it costs $5,000 to $6,000 per camp to clean up. Since August, they've tackled 19 camps costing nearly $60,000. And that's not including the ones that were just cleaned in the last few weeks.
Where are they going to put us? I mean, because the homeless, this scene will never end because situations occur daily for a lot of people that cause this to be homeless.
Shuffling the homeless community from one area to another. In this case, it's across the street, but it's something the city says needs to be done.
Some of these camps, you have human feces, you have puddles of urine, and I mean, that's just not a good environment for nearby businesses or neighborhoods or citizens.
Basin Environmental and Boomer Environmental are hired to do the cleaning.
It doesn't really last very long, just a couple of weeks.
As we've learned, many more than once.
If I come here, ask people to leave this area, where are they going to go? I mean, they're going to go right down to this bridge, or they're going to go down here to this bridge. So it definitely is a quandary, that's for sure.
A repeating cycle.
Now, we're misplaced. Everybody's in different places. I don't know where any of my camp is.
That eliminates the problem, police say, only for a little while.
Does this look like a healthy place?
No. It doesn't.
Before the homeless finds the same place to call home again.
It's grown a lot. When I first came out here, there was like 3 of us here, and that was just 8 months ago at this camp. I had 2 friends that got killed.
Some criminals used homeless camps to hide.
The people that killed your friends, were they also homeless?
Yeah, downtown area. If it wasn't for the 2 good men down here, I'd be out here by myself worried about getting raped.
I am a sex offender.
We heard that they know that too. They know
Yes.
they can be here.
Yes.
Yeah, I've been high. Got high last night.
Someone who's wanted for a violent offense 600 miles away, you can't do anything about it.
It's almost every morning that we have to get people moving again from the night, just sleeping underneath the shelters of our awnings out front.
Anchor Paint sits off North Pennsylvania Avenue.
In the back, it's multiple times that we've had people that have set fires or graffiti on our trash cans, and not to mention just the overall mess.
Terrell Irwin says he's been working there for 9 years.
In those 9 years, we've had catalytic converters cut off, we've had our windows broken into, and equipment stolen.
He says even with surveillance and multiple no trespassing signs up, it's not enough to keep camps from popping up right outside their doors.
For employees, and we do have that safety factor. We never let our employees be alone.
And he's not the only one with safety concerns. Cynthia Salazar walks on the Wiley Post Park trails on the south side of the city with her husband. They say they pass this growing camp every time they're there.
This is a park for people to come to. You see runners, you see bikers, I mean, and then you see this?
You see this, yeah. It's supposed to be for family and kids, and you want to be safe, you know, in your area, but this is not somewhere you want to bring kids or walk by yourself at night.
Salazar says this area has been growing for the past 5 or 6 years. We went inside to take a deeper look, finding multiple makeshift shelters and tents, trash and debris surrounding the area.
Many of them just step right outside their tent to go to the bathroom. So you're standing or walking into very unsanitary conditions. And so that's something that everybody going in there, whether to check on the safety or the welfare of the people in there or to go in and clean it up, that's something they all have to be mindful of.
If the problem continues to grow, we won't be able to have parks anymore. We won't be able to come out here with our kids anymore, with our family. I mean, it's just going to be horrible out here.
Safety factors for the homeless and the public. The OKC Health Department warns how it affects the environment.
A lot of times they're next to rivers, streams, lakes, because they want water. They want to take a bath. So that affects the community directly. Some of those streams and waters go into the lakes that supply water to the communities.
Troy Scow says his team heads out to homeless camps weekly, escorted by police or the Homeless Alliance to mark tents in areas that are unfit to live in.
Anytime you have a large amount of rodents and insects, you're going to have the potential to get people sick. We know what causes disease, what causes people to get sick.
We'll walk up to the edge and maybe a little bit in there, but I don't want to go too far. The reason being is because there's, talking about criminals hiding out in camps.
But some areas even the police say they stay out of. Sergeant Philip Paz with the homeless outreach team showed us this camp hidden back in the woods off 240 in Walker.
There's a guy that he's kind of like for lack of a better word, he runs the place. He's the mayor. And he's an Irish mob gang member, and he's wanted out of a different state it's been a while since I checked, but for whatever crime. But they won't extradite, so can't do anything to him.
And for some who live nearby camps, experience their own problems.
Sometimes it scares us. It depends on how close they get to the house.
There's even situations like this we witnessed across the street from an elementary school downtown, a man performing an indecent sexual act, worrying citizens walking the streets. According to an affidavit of probable cause, last July, a woman was punched in the face while walking to go to work at the courthouse. Sources tell us the man arrested was homeless. Even some homeless tell us they're afraid.
Usually I get abused, people hurt me, they steal my blankets, I freeze. They take everything. If they can't take it from me, then I just give it to them because I'm paying them to not kill me if they know that I have money on me. So it's pretty bad for a woman.
And while police say crime rates have recently spiked, they say arresting them isn't always the best answer.
On rare occasions, we'll ticket them. On even rarer occasions, we'll take them to jail. We offer all these services to them. That's what we're looking to do. We're not looking to lock them up. We're looking to get them help and get them back on their feet and get them out of the lifestyle that they're in right now.